It's okay, you're just disappointing the whole world by not decorating your house. Because everyone sees inside of your house all the time, right? Oh. Fair point, okay. Then I guess you're not disappointing anyone. Ah. It's not about the the presence. It's not. It's about your presence. Okay.
Yeah, it's about you being there, not the presents that you get.
Yeah. Or get. Definitely not the ones that you get. That's not important at all. You're not actually getting anything. You're getting coal for Christmas.
Probably, I'm not gonna be surprised. I don't care.
Loki's just like, what is this? What is this?
Another Loki variant.
Oh my gosh, new Loki variants? New Loki variants?
Everyone's gonna go like, why does your cat have horns? And then we're just gonna say he's a Loki.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Nice.
How we doing this? How we doing? Are we going to episode 1, 2, 3, or
I think we should just do an overall synopsis of the first 3 episodes.
I agree with that. Oh, we're not that far behind.
remember I did Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I still gotta see Eternals.
Ooh.
I still gotta see Shang-Chi, but I can watch Big G on.
You can watch that on Disney Plus now. Yep, you can.
Yeah, I haven't seen Eternals yet either.
Okay.
How dare you? It has such good reviews and it's such a great movie. Hello and welcome to the Irresponsible Comic Book Podcast. We're here to talk about Hawkeye on Disney Plus and all the stuff that we've missed. We've been gone for a while.
Personal reasons, of course.
We I try to like come up with some like extravagant lie to be like, we all got in a car accident together and we've we've been in a coma for 9 months and we woke up with abs. that's a Flash reference. Anyways, so we're here to talk about Hawkeye on Disney Plus and what we think of the first 3 episodes, because they dropped 2 last week and then they dropped the 3rd today, and we have all been caught up on. We watched the episodes, so we're gonna talk about them. Yeah. You know, sometimes when you like you mess up, you just gotta pretend you have a stutter, and then girls will feel bad for you, and that's how you get the second date. So, oh. Anyways, I'm single, ladies. So, yeah. Wow, this is good. So, what do we think about Hawkeye so far? Yeah, it's pretty dang good. It's up. This episode was, honestly, no, all of it so far is maybe been my favorite series. Yeah, I think so. WandaVision. I don't know. It could be recency bias, but I really enjoy it. Like I don't know what it is about archers and me, and you know, it's kind of my style, and so I think that's why. But it's also like the human aspect of it, like trying to fit in a world where you don't really belong, and like seeing that like secondhand look from Avengers where he's like jumping into the building and like people going, oh my, and you know, Kate going, oh my gosh, wow, he's so great. Like that just all, I relate to it, I guess, as an archer myself. as an archer myself. Definitely not a superhero. I definitely don't fight crime. But as an archer, I can relate to that. Going, yeah, no. No, I don't have one of those.
Got a purple outfit with a green hood.
Yeah, there we go.
Of Hawkeye and Green Arrow.
It's like an H, but it almost connects, so it's like an H on my head, but like it almost makes an A, so you know. But
Yeah, obviously, events well, what we saw in episode 1 was, how all this happened where during the first Avengers movie event, pretty much, the invasion of Loki's armies, and all that, which is really interesting.
yep.
I want to see how her dad died because he's like, I'm going downstairs.
See, here's the thing: is that's the biggest plot hole or unanswered question so far, and I think they have a really good answer for it, but it's gonna come in the last episode.
You think so? You think he's gonna be, somebody?
Oh, I don't think he's anybody. I think he's dead.
You think he's dead?
Yeah,
You
but
don't think it's got a connection with She-Hulk?
it doesn't have a connection with She-Hulk. It doesn't have a connection with the Chitauri even killing him. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make a bold prediction and say that her mom is the one that murdered her father.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She is sketchy. She's very, very sketchy. She is also very secretive. I don't know how Kate doesn't notice some of the things that like should be very obvious. That's the biggest problem I've had so far is like Kate is smarter than this. But
She is, but also forget she is a college student. Most college students at that age don't know that much.
okay, but if you snuck into a man's house, saw him murdered, they announced on the news that it was by a sword, and your new stepdad has been buying a bunch of swords, and he also offers you a caramel treat that is branded with the man who was murdered's name. Well, like, how does she not upfront say, "Oh no, she's like so unsure of it" in this episode?
That's why he does the fencing.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. She's unsure of it, like in this episode, even after the fencing and after the little candy. She goes,
I don't think so. I think she's just trying to figure out how to get him in that.
Yeah, like the right evidence. She needs the legit evidence for her to.
Yeah.
It's her.
I don't know. For me, it always like if that was me in that situation, I'd be like, yeah, no, of course it's this guy. Whereas like she has to like I don't know if she's just trying to win Clint's approval or what, but
She's definitely trying to win his approval, but she's also trying to get her mom's approval. Like, you can see that she's always trying to get her mom's approval.
oh yeah, always has been.
Like, and to prove that to her mom that she doesn't need protecting from her mom.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
So
That's fair.
there's a whole lot of, like, her trying to prove herself to even herself. So
Yeah.
that's kind of why she's acting the way she is. And then, like, she doesn't want to do too much as far as like overstepping her bounds, like even with the police officer who she missed her date with.
Oh no.
So now she's going to be a person of interest because she missed her meeting with him.
Oopsies.
So we'll see that probably here in this next episode because she'll probably have a arrest warrant out for her.
Yeah, and a quick reminder to everyone that there is only 3 episodes left of this series. 6 episodes, pretty much.
Yes. Only 6.
Yep, we'll see how well they're gonna push it forward, or they're gonna, pace themselves a little bit. Who knows? But so far, it's been like really interesting.
Yeah. Well,
How many days was there supposed to be between like the first episode and then when Christmas is supposed to happen?
I want to say it started on the 19th or the 20th. So there was like
He was supposed to stay there for Christmas, like the week of Christmas, I believe.
yeah.
Clint's family plan was, a week of Christmas, all this stuff. Christmas
Yeah.
movie marathons, Christmas ugly sweaters, all throughout the week.
Yeah.
Decorating the tree.
Yep.
The tree.
You got it.
Yes.
But like, I think these next 2 episodes are gonna go really fast.
Yeah.
You think so?
I agree.
I feel like they're gonna end the series on Clint making it home.
Okay.
Oh.
To be that whole like, look, you can have all this stuff, but you can still have family time. Be there for your family. on in these next 2 episodes so Clint can make it home for his family's Christmas. Because they're not gonna not have it be, Clint making it home for family Christmas. That just you don't make a Christmas show without having this person home for Christmas.
No, you don't.
Exactly. And for him to officially, give the mantle to her, pretty much.
Yeah. I also think that this show could just be doing the whole plot of I'll be home from Christmas, where things just keep happening and he has to keep trying to find a way home.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah, it's one thing after another, you gotta go after these Russian mob guys who kept saying bro, which I love every time. Like, bro.
Bruh.
See, one fact, once you're in the Northeast over there, you're gonna say bro to everyone no matter what.
Yeah.
Is it just a way of life?
It is. It's a way of life, bro.
A way of life. Interesting.
My bro.
Okay. I like that. So we think that the series ends with Hawkeye making it home. Obviously, let's talk about the scene with Echo and the unshown Kingpin, even though we know it's him. Yeah, I've been trying to adjust it with this new setup. It's not coming through super well on
Whatever you did,
Discord.
do it, because you were futzing with something while we were talking.
Yeah.
Okay, try talking again, guys.
Okay.
You guys try talking.
You're good again.
Something?
Okay, I think it's good now.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Goodness, yeah. This new system is being weird to me. So we've
It's been a while, boys. It's been a while.
yeah. It's a whole new audio interface. So, but anyways, so we.
Look at that nice boom.
Oh yeah, dude. It's fancy. It's on a whole boom stand as well. Ooh.
Oh, look at you guys with your mics.
Ooh. Where's?
I've had mine since the beginning.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's had it for a while. Mine's new.
There you go.
So we think it ends with Clint going home and seeing his family. Obviously, we have Echo and the unshown Kingpin. What's going on? Yeah, he's the uncle that you don't want to mess with, the guy at the top, and he'll do anything to push the organization further and make more money. So we know who that is. They can't hide it, even though they're not going to name drop him or show him straight away. We know it's him. Vincent D'Onofrio.
Until episode 5 officially.
Well, that's what I'm kind of thinking about. I think we might see him next episode. If we're gonna have to push through 3 more episodes of stuff.
Like if they're gonna make it faster, like these last 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Like we're probably gonna have to see him next episode.
Yeah.
Like, there's a chance that when she goes talks to the cops, that the Kingpin is there.
Yeah, he could be like I think he's probably like in cahoots with either the sword guy, what's his name? Her new stepdad, or her mother. He's probably working with one or both.
I think it's the mom.
I would assume it's the mom though.
Yeah, I think so.
And that like she's trying to help him take out other targets, or has always been working for him. He's probably the one who ordered the hit on her dad, if that's the case, and we do ultimately see her kill her husband or whatever is going on. I'm assuming that they were in a financial place. This is why it makes the most sense to me. In the first episode, we see that they were in a bad financial spot, and I don't know, maybe they had life insurance on her father, and that's how they end up having a lot of money. But what makes more sense to me is that there was somebody else involved in them keeping the penthouse, because they were in a place where they should have sold it, realistically. But they kept it and rebuilt the whole thing. So that takes a lot of money. Who else has a lot of money and is in New York? Kingpin. I don't know. There it is. Oh, also, we should talk about who the hell, because I think it's the same exact answer that we have. Who bought Stark Tower?
Well,
The Avengers
compound, actually.
The Avengers Tower, even. Like, because...
It was Stark Tower and then Avengers Tower.
Yeah. Yeah, the
I
Avenger.
have one theory who it is. Yeah, ready for this?
Oh gosh, here it is.
Mephisto.
No.
Oh,
It was me. I bought it.
he
Oh.
bought it.
I did it. I did it. It was me all along.
Oh my
The
god.
right government money I had, I did it. It was me all along, guys. It was me.
Wow.
You folks.
All right.
All the stimmies on it.
All the stimmy,
Thanks, Trump.
all the stimmy checks. Okay, that's quite it.
But it could be. I won't be on the boat with you guys. I will say it could be either Kingpin or it could be someone else. Who knows? You know?
Yeah, there's plenty of other people in the MCU that have a lot of money, but it makes
Or it could be here. I'll throw a wild card here. It could be like a variant of King. It could be a millionaire.
yeah, it could be. I just feel like,
Maybe Kingpin is a variant of King.
oh my god,
Oh man.
oh
Damn.
my god, that's crazy.
Or it's Norman Osborn.
Or
Oh, yeah, true.
we're about to get a ton of new villains in a whole new world, pretty much here in 18 days. So
Oh, I
This is
cannot
supposed to be beforehand, though, right?
this series will be done before Spider-Man
It's
comes
supposed
out.
to be placed before Spider-Man.
Yes.
Or is it running around the same time? Because I think I saw some Christmas decorations.
It's Spider-Man.
It
One of
may
the trailers.
it may
Talking
be
to MJ.
well it's
I
during
don't think so. It's after the events of obviously it's after the events of Far From Home, right? Or no, or is that?
it's no. So there were decorations up. There was like that scene in the first trailer where he like looks and there's like the little wizard thing hanging around. I feel like Halloween.
Yeah.
Unless
So maybe
this
it's just Halloween.
unless this movie
This might
spans
take place after.
yeah, it might. But
Maybe
oh,
That's weird timeline shenanery.
it is. It is.
Or is it just in a different timeline?
COVID's messed too much stuff up, man. It's ridiculous. Schedules are all over the place. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm trying to think because, and it could space out. I mean, it could realistically space out 2 months. We've seen time jumps in multiple Spider-Man movies already.
Yeah,
Like,
Or is it even before, like, WandaVision?
and it could be, and we also get the weird spell thing with Doctor Strange that could just shift things around completely, anyways.
Yeah.
So we start in Halloween and end in Christmas time.
maybe. Because what's it called? He went to Europe for the summer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last movie.
Yeah, and then he starts school in the fall.
Yeah, so it has to be fall.
It's
So yeah,
there's
Halloween-ish.
Halloween decorations up, yeah. But then let's go rewatch those trailers tonight or something and see, because that's kind of interesting. But this might be technically after, which would make sense why Kingpin's there if he's pulled from a different universe, and that's why he's there now.
I don't think so. I don't think he's pulled from a different universe, though.
Well, he's technically from the same universe that Daredevil's in. If we get the same actor, or they'll.
They did mention the events of the Avengers in the Daredevil series.
Yeah, so it depends on how they want to do the continuity of it, because realistically they could throw those and say that the Defenders have been there this whole time, but then they can't. I don't think they were super happy with some of the characters, so if they were ever going to use them again, they'd have to recast or use the same actors. I'd assume they'd try and use the same actors.
I'm not really worried about recasting, especially with Danny Tran.
Yeah, Danny Rand. Danny Rand. Danny.
The
Iron.
Fist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We don't need him. We don't need him.
yeah,
Like, I don't think he did a terrible job. It's just he
Yeah.
wasn't very widely liked.
yeah, no, a lot. That's what I'm saying. Is like he was like,
The Iron Fist series was all right. It could have been better, but yeah.
yeah.
But like Luke Cage, like everybody liked him.
Luke Coulter was good.
Stories is just what like people didn't necessarily like too much.
Yeah,
About it.
yeah.
Jessica Jones, she did really great. Like everybody pretty much liked her.
Yep. Kristen Ritter, is that her name?
Yeah.
And then everyone loves Daredevil for
Yeah.
like, that pretty much up his dark, persona, aggressive,
Yeah.
Batman-like-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John
I mean,
Byrne.
he's almost like Batman, anyways.
Yeah.
We're getting a little off topic.
Yeah.
I
No.
mean, technically we're still talking about Marvel still,
Yeah.
but, you know.
You know. But
It's all events in New York, pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Realistically, there's like one actor from that group, at least, like, and obviously like some of the supporting characters they'd have to bring back as well. I would assume, like Colleen Wig or I don't know, you know. But anyways, it's gonna be interesting to see if they just continue those stories or even if they bring some of those characters back. I would assume they'd bring them all back if they're going to bring some of them. It just doesn't make sense.
I think plan to do a Defenders series again or something. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think the only one that they would change is the
I agree. Yeah.
Iron Fist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only one that I can see them recasting because it just was so lackluster.
Well, there's just a negative connotation with it.
Yeah.
So like they start fresh, start new,
Yep.
have them hang out with Shang-Chi. You
Yep.
know?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Or just having him around Shang-Chi is a better fit, you know? Makes more sense. But let's get back to Hawkeye. So, favorite scene so far for the first 3 episodes. If you had to choose your favorite scene and your least favorite scene and why. And I'll give you some time to think about it while I tell you mine. My favorite scene is the opening scene where she shoots the bell tower. Because it's I don't know, it's the archery aspect of it, but also just like I think it's so funny how cocky she is, and it's totally her character where they're like, oh, you didn't even get it that good. It's just a little dink with the like tennis ball arrow, and she's like, oh, okay, well, watch this. And she just shoots the grapple arrow and just destroys the whole tower, and she's like, oh, that's not good. I think that's so fun. And then my least favorite scene, me and Dylan were just talking about this, the car chase scene. It was just so...
From the last episode?
Yeah, from episode 3,
Oh, okay.
where it just doesn't... Like, they use the same... She's, like, peering over the hood, like, to, like, shoot arrows at the cars behind them. And she, like, does the same thing where she hits the... Not even hits her head, but, like, she, like, hits forward on the car. And it just is like the same shot reused 3 times in the chase, and I'm like, why is this? It's just very, very not well organized. I don't know if they ran out of time to shoot this sort of scene, because it's like in public and requires a little bit of like explosion stuff. So like they like tried to like save that for the end of it. I don't know, and like the end of filming. So, but anyways. I don't know exactly what happened there, but I did not like that very much.
Okay.
The honorable mention for coolest scene was like inside the warehouse when they were fighting. That scene where she like got loose and they were fighting together briefly, where she like slid around she like grabbed onto like the little pillar and slid. I was like, dude, that is I used to think that DC had better shows. After watching that, I was like, that is way cooler than anything, and like better shot and like better lit than anything Arrow ever did. That was cool. And so I think that's the one scene that like cracked it for me. It was like, all right, Marvel does better shows now. I can't defend DC anymore. I can't. I'm sorry.
I mean, yes, it is a miniseries, but it's on a streamer. You know, it's on a series on a stream. It's not yet really an official TV show. To be fair, the last TV show that Marvel had was pretty much Agents of Shield.
Yeah, that's fair. I
mean, are we just ignoring Immortals or Eternals? Or not?
The Inhumans. I was like, wait a sec. Yeah, that show was good.
I'm really good at Humans.
Nah, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was very good, but it wasn't better than Arrow.
Inhumans was the first show to bring ASL
That's
to the main character.
That's true, but
Okay.
I'm not. Makari was the first character to do it on the big screen. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'll shut up now. Eternals is groundbreaking. Okay, I can't say anymore. It's a decent movie. I'm not gonna get into it though. Okay.
I know. We'll get into it when I watch it.
Okay. So who wants to go first? Favorite and least favorite scenes.
I'll go. Favorite scene was towards the end when they introduced pretty much Echo at the end of that episode. I was like,
Okay.
Yes, good to see her, in the mix,
Okay.
It was really nice. Least favorite scene is when obviously episode 1's when they were beating up the dog. Those sons of bitches.
Yeah. How could I have forgotten that? What the hell? How do you?
Them beating up the poor dog. I'm like, oh, you bastards. Even though the comic books were a little bit more brutal to the dog, but thankfully, they were to go overboard like in the comics, and that was not been good for them.
Yeah. No, you can't do that to a dog.
Honorable mention for me would be like, Echo's origins, how she became Echo and all that, and and they say his uncle's gonna come pick him, and then we see, Kingpin or someone that is gonna be Kingpin.
Yeah.
And that's my honorable mention right there.
Yeah.
And so far I am enjoying the series.
Yeah.
Okay. I think probably my favorite scene so far has to be the ones, like, it's multiple scenes, but it's all from episode 3, where they're Kate Bishop and Jeremy Renner, or Hawkeye, are having their like moments where they're talking to each other, but like he can't understand her at all.
Yeah.
Because his hearing aid is broken. So like my favorite scene, which is also like the most heart-wrenching scene, is when his son calls, and she's like there to like be there and tell him what he's saying, and then he has to kind of just like fumble his way through it, just like I did.
I was gonna say.
And like that's like a really good one. I also really enjoyed the scene where they get on the subway after jumping off of it, and she's like, "Man, that was awesome. Oh, we should probably go see the dog." And then
Yeah.
And then like Jeremy Renner like says something completely different, and then he's like, "We should probably go check on the dog. He hasn't probably
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a good scene.
Well, he tells her that she's probably one of the best archers in the world, and she goes, "What?" And then
the character growth moments in those two scenes are probably my favorites.
Oh yeah.
Just in general, like just for the whole show. My honorable mention is when Jeremy Renner is sitting in the musical, and he has his hearing aid on. And he turns it on, and he's like, "I gotta go take a piss." So he gets up and takes a piss.
Yeah.
Some dude watches him walk into the bathroom and follows him in.
And gets right next to him.
Stands right next to him in an empty bathroom. That's against bro code, guys.
Yeah.
Leave a stall at minimum.
Yeah. You can't do that.
How come we're not talking about the musical?
With the Thanos was right, and then the dude just jumps in, doubling down on the Thanos is right, because he's sitting there pissing, and then it's Thanos is right, and then the dude walks over, he's just, "Hey man, can I get a selfie?"
Yeah.
You can totally see in his eyes, he's like, "Did I really just save the world for somebody to ask me for a selfie while I'm pissing?"
Yeah. Yeah. He's just over it. He can't deal with that. It's just.
He's like, "Not now, guys. Not now. This is bad timing."
Yeah.
He's washing his hand, and the dude walks over. He's like, "Now's a better time."
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He just rolls his eyes.
So that's my honorable mention. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, speaking of the musical as well. Sorry to interrupt.
No.
But yeah, I like how how they had the Ant-Man in the first musical of the first Avengers. So I'm like, all right, I guess there.
Do you guys understand why that is actually so big now?
Why?
He is there. Who is rewriting time in Loki? Who is fighting Ant-Man in their next movie?
Oh.
He's there.
Okay.
He's there. Ant-Man is there. This takes place after No Way Home, and it
But,
takes
like,
place
Movie Renner like straight up says Ant-Man wasn't even there.
because he was there and remembers it, and it hasn't like taken over. I don't know if there's going to be some sort of distinction like with who is aware of these changes. Obviously, Strange and Spider-Man are. There's this big old warp that's about to happen in No Way Home. Like it's going to change the scope of everything.
No, we get that.
Realistically, people that were like involved in certain events and super close events that are being changed like that by Kang, like that's gonna, I don't know how that's gonna work, but I have a weird feeling, a spidey sense tingle if you think, a Peter tingle that this sort of shift might happen with certain characters where like they're in certain places where they weren't before, or like Ant-Man's placed in certain places he wasn't before, getting displaced, because like Scott Lang doesn't even have the Ant-Man armor, or even he's in prison at the time of the events in New York in 2012 here. There's realistically no way he should be involved in that.
No, yeah, I get that. Or they could probably just add it because it's a musical. They gotta add all the heroes in there.
I think it's a bigger like point that they're gonna hit at home in No Way Home.
They could.
I mean, clear that you said it first.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's noticed that yet. Cause I'm like thinking about it. Like I'm like, wait a minute, why the hell would they do that? Like other than like just like a funny joke. Ant-Man's always the butt of jokes. There's got to be a reason.
It's supposed to be a funny joke, but like if it ends up being true, like definitely flip it.
Yeah, no.
Like,
I said it first.
You say it with me. You're gonna hear it at Ultra Films.
so that's a good,
What if?
irresponsible podcast.
Yeah.
It's an irresponsible theory of you.
Yeah, dude, that's a.
Before we wrap up, when are we gonna see? Are we gonna see Black Widow's sister at the end of the series? At the end of Hawkeye?
So she is supposed to be in 2 episodes, I believe. So she should be 5 and 6, and it's gonna be interesting because there's gonna be a lot of forces like coming together in these last 3 episodes. Wilson Fisk, what was the name of the company? Sloan? Who is that? Sloan Industries or whatever. They were talking about the company that was the guy was on the payroll for. At the end of the end, they were in the computer system at the end of the episode. They had gotten in. They checked on the.
I thought they were just on the security.
Yeah, Bishop Security.
Yeah, Bishop Security.
So
I
they
don't know
were.
what the
So
programming they were using though.
they were looking up through the criminal index, or like looking up this specific name of the guy who's like close with Echo, her like right hand man guy, and yeah. So they looked up his name in the system, and he was on Sloan Industries. And I like when they said the name, I was like, oh yeah, I know what that is, but I don't exactly remember who Sloan is, and what the first name of blank Sloan. So we'll probably have to look that up after the episode. But like, there's that tie, obviously the Wilson Fisk tie. Yelena's supposed to pop up, obviously. Echo's still tracking.
If I'm gonna throw out an irresponsible thing here,
Yes.
I'm thinking that maybe Fisk is bankrolling the Dark Avengers.
And Val is connected to him as
Val
well.
is connected to it,
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
That's
They gotta have somebody who's powerful enough to be able to do it. Somebody who has enough money, and that's, comic book accurately would be Wilson Fisk. Like, and then potentially he's the one that is like government contracts with Agent Ross and stuff too.
Yep.
So
And form the Thunderbolts.
yeah, there's a chance that it's Wilson Fisk. We'll see though.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. So Sloan Limited. I'm reading an article. real quick. Sloan Limited could be referencing Walker Sloan, the CEO of the research company Alchemax.
Okay.
And that was owned in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse by Wilson Fisk. So that was the company that like the fake Doc Ock, like where they went into like go investigate, like, and then he like went in, that whole sequence, like that's the company. So it's pretty much
that brings Wilson Fisk into the mix already.
I could have sworn there was somebody named, I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking of something different. Sloan is somebody maybe in the DC universe.
Might be. What's Wilson Fisk's wife's name? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Who?
Wilson Fisk's wife.
Shit. I don't know. I don't remember her name. Hold up.
Oh, Terry Sloan is Mr. Terrific. That's why. That's why I was like, the name sounds familiar, but that's from DC Comics. So completely different, but anyways, that pretty much directly brings, I mean, Sloan, it just is literally saying that Kazi is, the little cheek pull and the little laugh thing that he did. He was like, oh, good job, or whatever, you know? Like, that's Vincent D'Onofrio. Hopefully I said that right.
No, you did not.
How do you pronounce it?
Vincent D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio. Yeah, see, I'm...
You gotta say Italian.
D'Onofrio.
That Jersey accent, you know.
I'm sorry. I don't live there. I'm trying to get out there more, okay? I'm going in February, all right? Relax.
Are you
And,
though?
yes.
Yeah, he's gonna go see he's gonna go see Rogers in February.
No, on a real
Musical.
on a real note, I am gonna meet Hugh Jackman though. So
Are you sure?
no, like I'm gonna go see a musical that he's in. It's called The Music Man, which is like weirdly the exact same thing as The Greatest Showman, but like a different person. It's like this. It's the same story, but a different person. So it's kind of weird, but so yeah, I'm going out in February for that. But anyways, we got Wilson Fisk in the mix, the Yelena Belova, Echo, and maybe
We'll probably see Val again.
Yeah, I would agree.
Fisk or someone's gonna make a call saying, "Well, I need some help. I need a professional to help me take care of this."
Do we see John Walker?
Probably not.
No.
I want to say we see him. If
I
there's,
just want to see John Walker.
I do just want to see John Walker. You're right.
I don't think it makes sense in the show.
No, it's too much. Unless they want to like establish a bigger like connection to like be like, hey, look, this is the group of individuals that is going to be behind the Dark Avengers, and it, you know, they want to tie Yelena and Val, the whole thing together for the first time in a way, and maybe they tease some new if they were to do that, they tease other characters that are going to be in that group that haven't made their appearance yet, I would assume.
I mean, there's a chance that it's just going to be Kate Bishop that's going to be the Hawkeye in that group.
Yes, there's a good chance, especially if
Dark Avengers?
Yeah.
especially
I mean, she's not traditionally in it, but just the way that the show is potentially heading.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
or it's going to be Jeremy Renner in the Dark Avengers as Ronan, and then Kate Bishop as Hawkeye.
yeah.
maybe, but I think Jeremy Renner's gonna like retire the Ronan and the Hawkeye character. And
Well, I know they want to, but he does portray as Ronan while she plays as Hawkeye.
yeah, which is fine. He could probably do that, but I think it's more towards them setting up for like more of a young Avengers for her.
Yeah. Well,
Essentially, yeah.
at the end of the series, there still has to be a Hawkeye, regardless if it's Clint Barton or if it's Kate Bishop. Like, one of them will be Hawkeye. So just
I did love the LARP.
I was
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna bring that up pretty soon here too. Is it like, yeah, that was pretty freaking great. He goes out and he's like, he just doesn't want anything to do with anything
Having a good time.
anything they're doing, and then he actually enjoyed it. And he, whatever the guy's name was, thank you very much and have a good day or whatever, as he's walking away. He's like, yes, this is the best day of my life. It's so sweet. I love it. Oh man.
Well,
So, do we have any other things that we want to talk about with these episodes, or the overarching themes, or anything like that so far?
If I remember correctly, isn't Echo supposed to be a hero?
Yes. We're going to see some sort of redemption. And I believe it would probably have something to do with Wilson Fisk and him, you know, I could see it being like the same sort of scene that happens in, it could even be like shot this way directly to like be a callback to Daredevil, where Daredevil's beating the crap out of Wilson Fisk, and he's like, kill me, and like Hawkeye wants to die in that same sort of way sometimes. It could be like they could do a callback or something like that. Yeah.
Could be.
Okay.
I don't know if they will, but
is part of the Dark Avengers.
Well,
or that too.
that too.
They could make that happen.
You know, Val could come in, Subin saying, I can use some of your skills.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Yeah. We could see it. I don't.
Val's like recruiting everyone, so
Yeah.
you know, she might as well recruit Echo to the mix.
Realistically, the Dark Avengers aren't bad people. Like
No,
John,
they're just morally,
ambiguous.
people who have no qualms about doing the thing that needs to get done.
Yeah.
Maybe not the right thing, but the things that need to get done.
100%.
It's pretty much like they're kind of like Suicide Squad, but you know, actual.
Yeah, in a way, that's pretty good. Representation of it. It's
I mean,
their
sure, we have
version.
Thunderbolts and all that, but
Yeah.
Thunderbolts and Dark Avenger are like the same thing.
Yeah. Well,
They're modern version of Suicide Squad.
yeah. It'll be some version of one of those groups, or I mean, they could call it either, depending whether if Ross is involved, it could be called the Thunderbolts. If he's not, it'll probably just be the Dark Avengers or whatever.
Justice League Dark.
Yeah, Justice League Dark.
Totally
Yeah.
suit.
I don't
No,
know.
it's a real group.
Yeah,
They're more magic based.
yeah. It's like Constantine, Etrigan,
Yep.
whatever her name is, the little
Zatanna.
Zatanna. Yeah.
Yep.
Batman's in there for just for
He's Batman.
shits and
He's
gigs.
Batman.
Isn't Deadman a part of the group as well?
I think so, yeah.
In some senses, occasionally. Yeah, that's a fun group. But yeah, so whatever version of the Thunderbolts is still being fleshed out, or the Dark Avengers. I don't know if Echo will join it, but that'd be.
We'll see. We'll see.
Really-
We'll see what he'll lean towards her character from.
Yeah.
Yes.
It really. Yeah, who's gonna die in this? Somebody's gonna have to die, like, and it's not gonna be the dog. It's not gonna be the dog. It better not be the dog.
No,
Some.
Maybe he doesn't make it home for Christmas.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't. That would be tragic. That'd be unheard of in a series. Like, that would break the internet, I think. Not
I mean,
like.
we know that they're not against pushing boundaries.
Yeah, no.
So
Like, it'd be like what they did with John Walker killing somebody. Like, how like the public was like, oh my god, heroes can't do that. Like, but like heroes can't like die. Like, we're watching. I mean, obviously, unless it's like in a sacrificial sort of way. Like, we could just see, him. It would still be. They'd have to do it as like him sacrificing himself for Kate. I honestly thought that he was going to do that this episode. Let's talk about that. The scene where they're tied up on the little merry-go-round, where
Yep.
Clint gets asked, "How do you know?" And
It's not really a merry-go-round. It's more like a.
it's
the penny.
it's a
the penny.
the penny
Right,
the
but-
the penny the penny pony.
Yeah, something like that.
So okay, but regardless, I swore I was like getting a FaceTime call from my cousin, like, as I'm watching it, and like he's like tied up and they're like, how do you know he's dead? And then like I get a call and it cuts off and I was like, no, is he gonna say that he's Ronin? I don't know. I was like,
Almost dead.
yeah, I thought he was gonna, and then he goes, oh, I know, because Black Widow killed him. I was there. And you're like, oh god, jeez. I thought he was gonna blow. Technically, you're right though. Like, that version of him died when she came to save him and give herself up. So he gave that whole thing up for her after that fact. So changed his ways. Realistically, he's not dead, but like that part of him died when he got his family back. 'Cause he was
He was broken, man.
He was-
He went off the rails.
Yeah. Honestly, I wish we could see more of it. But if we do get
Well,
if
I
we
think we will, though. I think we will.
if we get a Ronin in the Dark
He's gonna
Avengers,
ask me, what the hell happened?
yeah, I think that he probably will tell her by the end of the end of the series, or she'll find out from Fisk in pushing it out of him or whatever interrogation.
Get his sword back this episode.
Oh, he doesn't get it back. He's not gonna take that. There's no way.
Dude, the dude like straight up was getting ready to slash his head off with his own sword.
Yeah, he's not gonna take that back though after the fact. He's gonna
He's
dis.
gonna be like, excuse me, sir, that does not belong to you. It belongs to the Ronin. So give it here. I
Yeah.
need to give it to him.
Yeah,
As that guy is.
yeah,
Because Widow killed him. Like,
Or they're gonna say, no, or the guy's gonna say, no, I bought it with my own money.
yeah. Well,
well, I mean, Kate Bishop's gonna see that, he has it because she's gonna jump in and he's gonna be like, oh, hey, Kate! Like, and try to hide it from her.
well, I think what happened. I don't even know how that whole situation goes down, but yeah, essentially she's gonna know that
She's
he.
gonna go look for Clint, and her stepfather / boyfriend, like,
Well,
wants
soon to be stepfather.
Yeah, soon to be. They're engaged.
yeah, mom's boyfriend is going to be like, oh, you know this guy? She's like, yeah.
Yes,
He's Hawkeye.
he's the Hawkeye. He's
Like, you know.
he's an Avenger.
And then,
Yeah.
like, oh, hello, Mr. Clint Barton. I did.
It's like, wow, I haven't.
Uses fancy words to try to get out of the situation.
Yeah.
He won't. He won't.
And, Clint knows where the sword's at now, and that's the only thing that's really keeping him there. So he's gonna try to get the sword. So he
Oh,
goes home for Christmas.
Speaking of which, how about that, what's it called? I forgot to mention that. I think it was, in episode 1 or 2, I think, when we had to go to that, medieval, role-playing area to get the suit back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
The
LARP.
LARP, yeah. The LARP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I love that.
that was great.
I love that part as well.
Oh yeah. It's fantastic.
They've had a lot of good moments in the show.
Yeah,
so
no,
far.
they have. That's why I'm thinking it. That's why I, feel like it's my favorite. It's just, it's pretty perfectly paced, and I would assume that they only have like a lot more in store for the last 3 episodes. If they slow down a little bit, I can see myself like saying it's not my favorite, but like I feel like they're just gonna keep hitting the gas pedal on it.
I think they're going to keep
Yeah.
going. I think that's why they put it down to 6 episodes.
Oh yeah, we're trying to finish as much thing as we can. And
Yeah.
who knows, maybe if it does really well, maybe we'll get a second season of it. With just her.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll just give her her own movie.
Well,
in the future.
there was an interview. I don't know if it was the one where she was with Brandon Davis from comicbook.com, but like they were in an interview, her, Renner, and Feige and a couple other directors, and I think it was Brandon Davis. He goes, so what do you guys have? Can you guys say anything about the Young Avengers yet? Like, what's going on there? Do you think she'll join? And she doesn't. The question's aimed at her, and instead of just like answering like, oh, like I don't know, I'd love to do that or something, like the easy answer, she goes and looks at Kevin Feige, and he's just like, bitch, what are you doing? Like, answer the question. It's pretty funny.
I mean, it is. I mean, obviously though, it is gonna be Younger Avengers.
Yeah.
Up her way.
Well, there's something that's already in development then, like for sure.
So I have one question for you guys before I have to jump off.
Okay.
I got my D&D kit.
Oh snap! Let's hear it.
Oh, you gotta go to your own LARP.
My own. How confident are you on the way the Wilson Fisk is going to look based off of what we saw? Based off of the bit of CG that we've gotten in the show so far.
I hope that he's just normal. I don't want the big old blocky dude. I can't.
We're
I can't.
from Daredevil, pretty much.
I hope
That's
it's.
what we looked from Daredevil.
There's no need to go there. Like, there's no need at all. They don't have a budget for it.
The outfit that we saw that he's supposed to be wearing is supposed to be like more comic book accurate, where he's going to be wearing a fat suit,
Yeah.
as well as it being like CG.
Yeah.
Like to be big
I
man.
I don't want to see that. I don't.
I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna keep him the way he is in Daredevil, pretty much, because like the way he did it in Daredevil was like pretty much perfect. The way they got him to that.
Like unless they have like a explanation of how he gets that big and how like why he's so irregularly shaped and why, because like I don't even know how he has his super strength in the comics.
He doesn't really have super strength. He's just a big dude with a lot of strength.
Oh, okay. But he's like 6 foot and like hunched over, you know?
Yeah.
Hunched over, just a big
Big old block. Maybe even 7 foot. Like he's huge in the comics in comparison to like Daredevil or Spider-Man or whoever he's fighting. Like if you look at like what they did animation wise for him, like in Into the Spider-Verse, like if they do something like that,
Or
it's
the original Spider-Man.
it's just gonna look cheesy. I don't think they can pull it off. Especially
I hope it is like how you maybe just slightly bigger than he was in Daredevil.
yeah,
But
I can see not like a fat, like the thing is like when you say like a fat suit, like there's nothing that comes to mind other than like a sumo fat suit or something like that.
no, I mean he's already a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
So then like you can add a fat suit onto it.
Yeah.
Just like not necessarily sumo. Like I know you're saying like
Yeah.
kind of like fat suit like
Yeah.
Austin Powers. Like,
Yeah.
actor, but,
Mm-hmm.
No.
you don't have to go like that. You can go like
I just feel like anything that
Eddie
they
Murphy, like when he did his like fat suits, like Norbit,
okay.
or not Norbit,
Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor. Like that's not over the top.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
That's fair. But Eddie Murphy's also teeny tiny in comparison to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when he did the Nutty Professor, he was like in those fat suits, of his other characters. Which
Yeah.
is awesome as well.
Yeah, that's true. We'll just have to see. I don't know. I don't think they need to make it any more complex
Yeah.
than it will. Like he's already.
We all agree that as long as they keep him the way he is, then it's fine.
Yeah.
I think they would. It would be smart for them to not do any form of CGI. I think. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
especially with the CGI that we've seen so far.
Yeah, not
Oh,
great.
gosh.
Has not been great.
Nah, I get you guys. I get you.
A couple good spots, like when they shot the arrow and like made it giant, like that was a good CGI.
That was really good. Yeah.
That was awesome.
They like used the arrow to make the purple putty
Yeah.
like on the windshield, and then the like sucking the Christmas trees into the truck.
Yeah.
Like that. Both that sets of CGI were just really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like
Yeah.
Golem in 4K bad.
Oh no. Oh no. Ugh.
You can see the block outline when you watch it yourself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ugh.
But anyways, it was great, guys. I love seeing you again.
It was good to be back. No, that's okay.
Yeah, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Yes, we do. Thank you guys for watching this episode of the Irresponsible Comic Book Podcast on the Ultra Films channel. We will see you again next week for episode 4 of Hawkeye. And then we'll see from there. We might continue some of our old series, but we will keep you posted. Thank you very much, and we'll see you then. Peace.
Later, guys.